Good morning, everyone. Alex Hart here, and today in Wake Up with Baseball. Before we jump into the April 8th game review, I just want to talk about a quick little bit of news here. Trevor Bauer is under investigation for allegedly using substances on the balls. His spin rate has substantially increased over the past couple of years, so it's kind of funny with Trevor Bauer because he has been the vocal name out there that says all the issues with the balls and all the issues with people using substances. So, two balls allegedly have been taken in for investigation, and from his last game, that. So, I just wanted to bring up a couple pieces of news because this piece of news wasn't really going to come up while we review the games. Before we get into that, I think we got 8 games today, 9 games. It looks like. Please drop a like. Please drop a subscription. We're going to be talking baseball all season long here. So let's jump into these games. And we're going to kick things off today with a game that had a lot of controversy around it. The Mets win 3-2, and it came into the bottom of the ninth, and that's really where all the controversy was. Bases were loaded, and Conforto was at bat, and he got hit by a pitch. And that's why I'm wearing this hat, because the Marlins, they should be protesting, but it looks like they talked the league. There's not much that can be done. He kind of leaned into the pitch, Conforto, and it was a strike to begin with. And there's a lot of issues. If you haven't seen this, go back and take a look at it. But this game was not a way to end. And even the Mets announcers themselves were on the record saying what a atrocious kind of play this was. Offensive side, Jeff McNeil hits his first home run of the season, but the Marlins continue to have offensive struggles. They had 2 runs in the 6th, but no home runs again for these Marlins, and they're now tied for last here with 1-6. It's pretty interesting. Taijuan Walker had his first start of the season, 6 innings pitched, 4 Ks. Of note for him, his velocity was actually up. I think his fastball was clocking in this one at some of the best speeds he's had in a long time. So that's something to be excited about if you're a Mets fan. After the game, Conforto was kind of confronted about it, and he said, "That's not the way I wanted to win. If anything, I'd want to use my bat." Well, duh. Nobody wants to win by leaning into a baseball, which really probably should have been an out, and they shouldn't have had that. And they would have still had an opportunity to win. They would have had one more out still. Moving on to the next one here, we got Cubs 4, Pirates 2. Cubs finally getting a little bit of offense here. Nothing too crazy to write home about. They had a bunch of home runs, but it is the Pirates. Bryant hits his second home run of the season, by his second home run, and Rizzo his first. So the key guy is getting some home runs, so that's great. Still only 4 runs overall. Looking for that breakout game, and they're going to get a couple more chances here against the Pirates. Again, one thing that I keep hitting on, Craig Kimbrell coming in for his second save of the season, so that's a big highlight. He's at least coming around. The Pirates also dropped to 1-6, tied with the Marlins. Arrieta has his second start of the season, and again, it's a quality start. They got to be happy with it. 6 innings pitched, 2 earned runs, 4 strikeouts. Tyler Anderson on the other side, 5 innings he went, gave up 10 hits, 3 earned runs, so not too great, and the Cubs definitely got the bats alive this game, so I'm going to give them at least a little bit of props, and we'll keep looking at that, and hopefully they can continue that going for them. Moving on to this game, speaking of bats being alive, the Red Sox 7, Orioles 3, so the Red Sox continue to have that offensive power, kicking up a notch, scoring 5 runs late in this game for a comeback win against the Orioles, who had just swept them earlier in the season, so they're going to be pumped up about that. Home runs, Rafael Devers hits his first of the season, as well as Kike Hernandez, so getting home runs from different aspects of their team. JD Martinez continues to tear the ball, 2 hits in this one for an RBI, and he's batting .433 now over, 7 games. On the other side, Mountcastle hits his first home run of the season. Severino also hits a home run, and no, that is not the pitcher Severino. Matt Harvey picks up his first loss of the season. He went 4 earned runs over 5 Ks, so a little bit not so much the starts he wanted so far. A little bit worse than his last one. Eduardo Rodriguez on the other side, 5 innings, 3 earned runs, 7 Ks. So his dead arm, he's back from that with 7 Ks. They're going to be excited now that they're starting to get their rotation together. Now they're just waiting on Chris Sale to make his grand return as well. Next up, we got the Colorado Rockies. Diamondbacks, they were out to a 7-0 lead pretty quick in this one. 6 innings in, they were up 7-0. Didn't really look back. Let's go to the pitchers. John Gray. His velocity's down a lot, but so far so good for him. He's had a great start to the season, 2 wins now. 1 win, but 2 great starts, 6.2 innings, 5 Ks on this 1 earned run. And his ERA is 1.54, which from all I can remember being a Coors pitcher, that's very good, and both his games have been in Coors so far. Merrill Kelly on the other side went 6 innings, pitched 6 earned runs, and he got knocked around a lot for his second loss of the season. The offense came from Trevor Story a lot in this one. Nunez for Colorado hit his first home run. Eduardo Escobar on Diamondbacks hit his first home run of the season as well, but it was in the 9th. Trevor Story had a good game, 2 hits, 2 RBIs. There was a double and a triple. So he's kind of heating up here, and we're going to be looking for him to be traded at some point in this season. We're thinking, right? But Colorado getting closer to 500, and this is really the battle of the basement in the West, at least at this second. And it looks like the Colorado Rockies are at least taking the nod on that. This one's Twins 10, Mariners 2. And I think going into this game, the big news is James Paxton potentially done for the whole season. He's been recommended to have Tommy John surgery. The poor guy can't seem to get it to stay healthy. And that's a big hit. He came back to Seattle and was hoping to have an exciting season with them. Meanwhile, the Twins come in and smack them around, and they're facing Barrios. Not too good. Home runs here for Seattle. Marmolejos, I don't know. And on Twins side, Garver, Buxton hits his 4th of the season. Byron Buxton having a great start to the season. But who am I kidding? So are all the rest of the Twins. And the 3rd home run is Arraez hits one as well. Haven't seen that name before. So it's the 9th hitter, 3rd baseman. So he hit a nice bomb in this one. Byron Buxton, 3 hits, 2 runs, 1 RBI, 1 strike. He's batting .421. So if you look at the heart of this order right now, they're popping, and the Twins are definitely in a good spot, and they're excited with how the season's going to go. It looks like Barrios again had a really good start, 5.2, 8 strikeouts. So he's been a strikeout machine so far. I think over 2 games it's about 20, if I can remember correctly. Miguel Gonzalez on the other side, 7 earned runs. So Mariners are, after a decent start, they're probably getting brought back down to earth a little bit here, and you can't blame them. It's kind of what it's expected of them, right? Here we go. White Sox 6, Royals 0. White Sox getting the job done against their nemesis in the Central Division here. And the Royals were really put back in place. Their offense couldn't come through. They got 5 hits, but couldn't score a run. Moncada hits his first home run of the season. Mercedes his second home run of the season. Mercedes is definitely still on fire for the White Sox here, and their offense is starting to get clicking a little bit. The biggest highlight of this one is Lance Lynn. 9 innings pitched, 11 Ks, no earned runs. Lance Lynn sets up for the first complete game shutout of the entire season of the MLB, which is awesome. First complete game, really, which is great. And after last start for him, where he only hit 99 pitches for the game, he broke his 100-pitch streak. He's back up to 111 pitches this game, so that's very awesome. Congrats, Lance Lynn. Brad Keller on the other side continues to kind of show that this is Casey's downfall. It's going to be their downfall all season. Starting pitching just not there right now, and someone's got to step up for them. 4 earned runs, over 3. It's not going to do it, definitely against the White Sox. Next up, we got the Cardinals. 3, Brewers 1. Brewers offense, kind of like what we were talking about. Like they're not getting it done yet. And Yelich has turned it up a bit. He had that one game yesterday where he had 3 hits, but again, he's back to no hits this game. So not good. Late comeback for the Cardinals in this one, and I believe, if I'm correct, Arenado home run, 1 on. So 2-run home run in the 8th was really the big difference maker. And Arenado's been a big addition. We all we're watching it, and so far it's proven to be that. 1 hit, 2 RBIs. He's batting .345, so that's awesome. He's doing great. This one was really a pitcher's duel. Corbin Burns, again, he has a great outing. 6 innings pitched, 1 hit, 9 strikeouts, but he's not getting that offensive support, and you're going to need that if you're going to pick up some dubs. Wainwright on the other side, 5 innings pitched, 6 Ks, 1 earned run, so a big bounce back from his last start, where I was a little bit questioning whether he can get it done, and he got it done. So the Cardinals go to 5-2, and those who predicted them to win the Central, they're starting to come to form a little bit. When their offense isn't coming alive, it's their pitching, and so it's going to be an all-around team effort for them so far. This one, we got the Angels 7, Blue Jays 5. Possibly, I think, the only extra inning game of the day, yeah. And this one was a fun one to watch, I must say. Trout hits his 3rd home run of the season. He had a double in there as well. He had a great game, 3 hits, 1 RBI. Ohtani gets a nice clutch RBI, which tied the game in the top of the 7th. And on the other side, we have a home run from Vladdy Guerrero Jr., his 2nd of the season. This game took place in Dunedin, Florida, where the Jays are going to at least be starting their season. And that was the first home run in the stadium in a regular season game. Kevin Biggio also hits his 2nd home run of the game. For the Jays, their offense was pretty much at the top of the order here. Marcus Semien went 0 for 5 and has somewhat struggled here as of recent. He has hit the long ball, but batting for average is really what I remember him being about. He hasn't been able to pull it off yet, so he's only batting .200. Again, we're super early, so I'm not going to read too much into it. The big thing here is Ron Stripling, 5 innings pitched, 6 Ks, but 4 earned runs, and a lot of those coming in the beginning of the game when they were battling from behind. Jays need him to be better. He hasn't been great in his first 2 starts, and they need him to be better. On the other side, Canning, same kind of line, 5.1, 4 earned runs, and 7 strikeouts. But I think the highlight here, too, is Iglesias finally comes in, 2nd save of the season, but 3 Ks here, and he gets no issues. Nice clean. You could see him. He was very excited at the end of that one. Jays followed 3-4, and the Angels are 5-2. A good start for those Angels. And now, after coming off their first win of the season, now the A's are now 1-7, losing to the Astros for the 5th time this season, 6-2. Those 2 runs came in the 9th. They're useless runs. They're down 6-0 going into the 9th, and the A's are just setting up for a long season. I don't know what else to really say about them at this point. Carlos Correa, his 2nd home run of the season, and Alvarez, 2nd home run of the season. Altuve hits his 1st bomb of the season. So they're good guys, or they're being their good guys. The Astros have got to be excited with how things are going. Some of the heat might start to be coming off them, although we have seen a couple incidents of trash cans being thrown around and that. But now with Trevor Bauer potentially taking the blunt here, it's pretty funny. Javier, 5 innings pitched, 7 Ks, no earned runs. Great start for him. His 1st win of the season. Irving on the other side, another poor start for an A's pitcher. 5 innings pitched, 4 earned runs. Just not enough. The A's pitchers kind of been their strength in the past, as well as their offenses. Both those things just aren't clicking. But we'll wait and see. I'm holding judgment on the A's because it's so early in the season, obviously. But they're also only been playing these top teams. They've played the Astros. This is their 3rd series. It's the 2nd one against the Astros, and they played the Dodgers. So right now, I don't know if you can see it, but in my power rankings, those are the top 2 teams in the power rankings. So we're not holding too much into it right now. It's not great for a team to get this low of motivation, confidence early in the season, though. However, so that's the one thing to be worried about. And yeah, that basically wraps up Wake Up with Baseball here for April 8th. Let me know what you guys think. It's a quick review. Again, I'm just looking at home runs, looking at key stories around the MLB from the past day. And if I missed something, let me know in the comments below. Otherwise, please smash that like button. It's going to help this channel grow, and that's all I want to do. I want to build a community that just loves baseball and talking baseball and all that as much as I do. We'll see you guys for the next video.